it's only a story. We're only telling a story. Yeah. I saw somewhere on the internet, they says, what happened to Fuhrman? What is he doing these days?
What is he doing? If you found out, I'd be interested to know. You know.
Okay. You like partners in the car or something, or?
Well, he made sergeant before I did, so he was my senior. But I was a detective still. You know, I was detective first class. After what happened with the OJ thing and everything, you know, he was dumped from the department. He was asked pleasantly to leave, early retirement, whatever, go somewhere, because you're embarrassment. You're not really a good officer.
Really? Because he contaminated the evidence.
Yeah, he did all that shit. He lost the case. I mean, how can I put it more blunt? OJ would be in jail right now.
You said you found evidence, though, or no? You had to carry evidence?
Yeah, I found a glove.
You're the one that found the glove?
One glove.
There was 2 gloves?
Yeah, of course. He was wearing a pair of gloves.
Oh, wow.
And one was at the scene, which was Mark found at the scene of the crime.
Well, how come? Oh, yeah. So you're
is that where over at OJ's house, where we went right after the murder was reported, but OJ had already jumped onto a plane to Detroit, right? Mm-hmm. We went over to his house, and so we don't know what's going on. We can't get a hold of him. He's not returning his calls, right? And he's always been a pretty good pal to the department. We had a pretty good relationship with him, and you know, we had good numbers for him and stuff, and he just wasn't answering. So we thought maybe because his girlfriend, his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, got killed. Okay, got murdered with this guy who may have or may not have been her boyfriend. That maybe they were also after OJ. So we feared for his safety, right? So we're thinking, it may not be, but what if it is? We can't rule it out. No, we can't. Okay, we got to jump the fence. We can't wait for a search warrant.
You jumped the fence too?
We jumped the fence.
You too?
Yeah.
You and someone else?
Yeah. I was only in my 40s back then.
What, your partner jumped the fence?
And Mark Fuhrman got a couple of uniformed cops.
I read about something like that. We had to jump the fence, they said.
And I went searching around, and I found him in the guest house in the back, right? And I asked him, I said, do you know where OJ is? Yeah, he went to Detroit. Oh, I said, can you reach him? He tried. No, I can't. I said, listen, in the last hour, something very bad has happened. And because I'm still investigating, I'd prefer not to tell you specifically what went on, but it does involve OJ, and I'm wondering, in the last hour, have you heard anything weird, strange, anything out of the ordinary? Maybe an hour ago, I did hear a thump, like a bang, on my back wall there. It's the one that's right next to the, my wall is the one that's next to the fence, And so I said, okay, thanks. So I went around to the back of his place, and it's right up against the fence, the fencing goes all the way, like 8-foot fencing all the way around the place. And I went around there to where he said it was, I had one of those jacked up flashlights at the time. One of those rechargeables that last like an hour, and they put out like 200 lumens or something. In any case, I'm looking back there, and it's like daytime. It's great. A great flashlight. And I see a glove, a ruffled up glove, all dark color.
Right here, the matching bloody glove found at the murder scene and outside Simpson's home.
Right, I found the one outside Simpson's home.
I wonder if it's when you found the left one or the right one.
I think I found this one.
The one on the right?
Yeah, because this one looks pretty dirty. Well, maybe I did find that one.
That real dirty one?
Yeah, this one must be the one at the scene, because it's got look all the blood on it.
Yeah.
And this one's got kind of thrown in the bushes. So yeah, this is one I found.
No kidding.
I just didn't notice how much dirt, and of course it could be a bad picture.
Look at what it says here. Glove evidence. Left glove found at, what is that, Bundy?
Residence. Found at Simpson residence are Eris light gloves, size XL, 2 of them. Nicole Brown bought a pair of Eris light XL gloves in 1990 at Bloomingdale's. 3 Simpson wore Eris light gloves from 1990 to June of 94. So this is all the evidence.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. I was the one to help gather some of this evidence.
I have something. It's only 1 minute long. Could I play it and you can tell me what you think? And see if this pertains to you or not.
It's not that creep-ass Fuhrman, is it?
Yeah. But it's worth it. It's only a minute. Tell me if this pertains to you or...
Detective Fuhrman, would you please resume the witness stand?
Oh, this is his testimony, huh?
I wonder if he's...
Let's see if this is where he
All right,
blows
good
it.
afternoon, Detective.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
You're reminded, sir, that you are still under oath. Mr. Ullman, you may proceed.
Detective Fuhrman, was the testimony that you gave in this case completely truthful?
I wish to assert my Fifth Amendment privilege.
Have you ever
You see him standing
falsified a
next to him,
police
Mr. Baldy?
report?
That's his attorney.
Yeah.
I wish to assert my Fifth Amendment privilege. To assert my Fifth
He said the
Amendment
same thing
privilege.
each time.
Right. No,
Have you ever falsified a police report?
I wish to assert my Fifth Amendment privilege.
You ever say that somebody
Is
else,
it your
that
intention
you
to
collected
assert
something
your
somebody
Fifth
else did?
Amendment privilege with respect to all questions that I ask you?
Let me see what's that.
Falsified a police report?
I wish to assert my Fifth Amendment privilege.
Is it your intention to assert your Fifth Amendment privilege with respect to all questions that I ask you?
Yes.
I only have one other question, Your Honor.
What was that, Mr. Ullman?
Detective Fuhrman, did you plant or manufacture any evidence in this case?
I assert my Fifth Amendment privilege.
You think that's about you?
Well, part of it is.
Definitely, you think?
I'm sure you did shit that I didn't even know.
Oh, I know, but you think some of it, yeah.
I know the part that I collected the glove and he lied about it.
I'm collecting stuff like this, Duane, to put together the OJ story. And that's what we want, right? You like this? What I did?
Yeah, it's good.
Good. Now, this went on for a whole year.
Yeah.
Well, you weren't in the courthouse every single day.
No, I wasn't even the lead team.
Oh,
For the only reason Fuhrman got to testify is because he introduced a lot of the evidence because he was first on the scene. But it got turned over to Tom Lang, who was the Metro detective.
okay.
He's from, because it's high profile.
I didn't know that. I thought you were the
You were
first
Metro
one.
Homicide.
I thought you were the first to go to Kato, the first in the house.
We were the first responders. All that
Oh.
happened in the first few hours of getting reported. A girl was found dead.
Okay.
We were on the scene. We didn't know who she was.
That was you. You were on
Yeah,
the scene.
we were
So
on
you were the
call.
first one then.
We were on call.
First
it was
one.
It was our case. We were on call. Then it got reassigned to Metro Division within a few hours when they found out that it was actually OJ Simpson's wife that was murdered. Then it was all of a sudden, you guys, this is too hot for you guys to handle. We want Metro on it. That's the elite team. That's where SWAT comes from. SWAT is under Metro.
Right.
So all the elite people are in Metro.
Right.
So that's what they wanted. They wanted the Metro team.
Right.
And we just pretty much turned over all our stuff to Metro.
Yeah.
Tom Lang was the one that headed Metro Division.
Yeah.
And he's a pretty guy. He and I got along great. You know, he was kind of balding a little bit and top stuff.
Yeah.
Has white hair. I don't know if he's still alive anymore. But he was a good guy, and he knew that Fuhrman was an asshole.
Yeah.
We all knew Fuhrman was an
Yeah.
asshole. Actually, I'd like to contact Kato first.
Okay. Okay. We'll do that.
Let's see what Kato's doing. I want you to do that clip you just showed me.
Right.
With
OJ.
yeah, the OJ clip
Yes.
with Fuhrman.
Yeah.
I want you to save that clip for me so I can play that for him
Yeah.
and tell him how it affects. Because I'm gonna say you remember seeing me there.
Yeah.
I say no, you were a little high, but you remember I was there, and I was a lot younger.
Yeah,
I was
yeah, yeah,
4
yeah.
years younger, but you were there.
Yeah.
I know you weren't outside at the time, but the fact of the matter is, I collected the glove. He took the credit for it, and then when push come to shove, and the defense attorney caught him in a lie, his credibility.
Yeah.
We just got to get this done until it happens.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh my God. Everything's gonna be okay. And like I said, I'll get a hold of Kato. We're gonna get to the bottom of everything. Everything's gonna be fine.